So we'll get right at this, folks. Thanks for your patience. We're a little bit overrun finishing up our conversation earlier. So we'll move right into resuming our regular meeting of council for Monday, August the 28th, just 7:05. Welcome to members of the public and welcome back, council. This is our first meeting from our summer break. I'll begin by saying that we are acknowledging our meeting tonight here on the shared traditional lands of the Coast Salish people, and I have no changes to our agenda, so looking for approval.
Move approval. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Public participation time. Folks, this is your opportunity to come to the podium, name and address. If you don't want that public, our recorder, Marcy, will take it from you in writing. So your chance if you'd like to come and say something. Oh, good. Brave soul.
I have no problem with my address not being stated. So
That's okay.
Brian Ford. I reside at 333 Farview. I've currently been in email communications with Nikki Hoagland and Deanna Eden, a couple of the other public works people. I had requested that a city tree be removed from in front of my property for reasons that it's not only damaging my property, it's creating me a lot of time away from my family. It's an absolute mess. It's a seasonal tree, so everything from pine needles. I believe you guys have addressed this in council, and I've been told that the council had come up with a decision not to remove the tree. So I know this isn't a debate period, so I'm just here to let you know I'm not happy with your guys' decision on not removing this tree. That tree has got to be 50 feet tall. It's within 20 feet of my house. It's creating pluggage of my eaves troughs, my drainage. My cars are being destroyed. Pine needles, pollen bombs, pine cones that explode. My children have cut their feet out there. So yeah, I'm really just here because that was what I was informed would be my next step, because I just can't accept the fact that, I guess somebody's come by. I will say I appreciate the city coming by. The public works crew came by, removed some of the branches that are overhanging into my property, which some were almost touching my house. So I'm just here to plead with you guys to revisit this, because I'd like to spend more time doing things that I enjoy instead of cleaning up a city tree. I'm often here at the Public Works Yard on the Saturdays dumping out trailer loads. Last summer was probably 10 trailer loads of pine needles and pollen bombs. I'd really just like some of my free time back. So I'm just here to, plead with you, revisit this issue. Again, I wish this was something we could discuss in a polite and friendly manner. That's why I'm here. So I can't state anything I haven't stated in my emails, whether it be Deanna or Nikki or Gordy. I believe Gordon was somebody that I was in contact with. So I'm just really reaching out to council to look at this issue. We bought the house 5 years ago. We've done some upgrades. We're trying to, modernize it. One thing we'd like to do is put some new blacktop on our driveway. There's really no point in us doing that as a family and investing that kind of money, because the tree roots are lifting my driveway, cracking the foundation of the side of my driveway. So again, my neighbors are aware that I've approached. The one currently beside me is teetering on moving. So at first they were like, we've been here for 20 years. That tree's great for shade and all these kind of things. My last visit with them, he's like, man, it's in front of your property. We're probably out of here in a couple of years. So yeah, I don't know if it's doing me any good to be here, but I felt on behalf of my family it would be a good thing to come, because it's just painful, you guys. I spend multiple hours a week with a leaf blower pissing my neighbors off whenever I get home from work. Pine needles are tracked through my vehicle's vents, my cars. I'm just constantly cleaning up after this tree. And I just believe that at one time the tree was probably really nice. I believe it's out of place. And that tree belongs in a forest setting, not at the end of a small cul-de-sac. So if it be petty, it is petty, but it's something that I would just like to move forward with so that we can continue to clean up our yard. And again, I don't know who visited on site, and I appreciate all the positive feedback, and I appreciate the city's help with everything they've done to this point, but it's just unfortunately not enough for us. So I'm here to let you guys know that. Yeah, So I know you can't really say anything back to me.
Exactly, I can't say anything there, so.
I can't let this issue go away. I don't want to be a bad citizen. We love Colwood. It's just like this has come to the point where I would really like you guys to reconsider this and have somebody come by, whether I'm welcoming the council for a barbecue, I'm doing anything. I just like you guys to see what I'm up against. And, 5 years I've dealt with it, and it's just at the point where I can't take the tree down myself. I've had lots of, story time with buddies and, just cut it down. What are they going to do? Fine. I would love to do that. That's not my nature. I was raised to be honest and open, so I honestly would love to buy a chainsaw or hire a crew, but I mean, the power lines are this close to that tree. Again, it's all been documented through emails through the city. I had a couple printed out just as notes, but.
Okay, Brian, we'll see what the next steps could be.
Should I come back in a month? Can I just ask a couple quick, should I come back in a month? Because I really just don't want to let this go. Like, this is something I can't do anything about, and you guys have made it.
I'll get back to you on that one.
You'll be able to find my email?
We'll be able to find you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Anyone else? Come on, there's a whole bunch of you. Oh, you're waiting for us. Okay. Then if there's no other comments from the public, we shall move on. We're into Mayor's message, and it has been a bit of a break. So I have a few announcements to go through. I was lucky to attend the RCMP musical ride yesterday. That was an awesome production down at Royal Roads. Beach food Fridays and Saturdays have proven to be another success down at the Colwood waterfront. It does continue through for a few more weeks, so do come down and enjoy the food and live music on both of those days. Thursday, September 14th, mark your calendars. Shake Zone is coming to the Wandafuka Recreation Center. It is a house specifically designed to demonstrate what it would feel like if you were in a major earthquake. So it gives you a sense of what that moving and shaking will do. Colwood Seaside Festival is also on the agenda for September the 17th at Fort Rod Hill. It's a free family event, and we have a number of activities that have been planned for family, horse-drawn carriages, live music, historic tours. This is the Canada 150, so Fort Rod Hill themselves have gone to great lengths to recreate the fort and some of the activities that go on down there. Vintage dress-up costumes, kids' activities, and lots of other things. Sunday, September 10th at 9:30 a.m. registration will happen for the annual Ovarian Cancer Walk and on the lower fields of Royal Roads down by the waterfront. Go to council. Anything over the summer? You're all busy on vacation. I was doing a kitchen rental. Anyways, we will move on then into our business portion of the meeting. Adoption of minutes for the regular meeting of council July 10th and the public hearing July 10th.
Move adoption, Your Worship.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Receipt of, again, 2 sets of minutes, public hearing July 10th for bylaw number 1691 and 1692, and the official community plan steering committee meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. We have some correspondence items in our agendas, and I was just going to go back. Councillor Martin, you missed yours, and maybe it was my fault for not prompting. There is a request for council through our Colwood Fire Department.
Oh, right. Sorry, yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. No, you can go. Go ahead.
So in correspondence, I'm just going to, maybe we'll just add this one to the end of the 3-4 items that we have, and it has to do with Colwood Volunteer Firefighters Association and their upcoming fundraiser. So we'll start with 5.1, letter from Mayor Williams of the District of Highlands in regards to climate responsibility and fossil fuel. Council, what is your wish? Councillor Martin.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to make a motion, number 2, basically to invite representative of West Coast Environmental Law to provide a presentation on climate accountability.
Seconder, please. Second. Question, comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Second letter before us is the letter from City of Victoria regarding regional coordination on invasive species removal. Again, we have some options before us. Any recommendations?
I may. I'd like to move to support the request from the City of Victoria to request the CRD board direct staff to prepare a report on the implications, feasibility, and recommendation to house the duties of regional invasive species coordinator within the CRD.
Seconder for discussion?
Second.
Discussion? Councillor Logan?
Thank you, Worship. I think as part of this, if we were looking at going down this path, I'd be interested to understand what the benefits to Colwood would be for this coordinator, because our public works crews do a fair amount of invasive species removal and identification and all that jazz. So if there's a benefit to the Colwood taxpayer by moving that function and allowing public works to do the good stuff that they do in other areas, then it's worthy. But so I'd like to see what the benefits to the city would be if we were to go down this route.
Any other comments?
Yeah, through your worship, thank you. I just want to say that I know our Colwood Public Works does do some collaborative discussions already. For example, our soil, we get the same soil that Saanich gets. And I think just working together, our native salvage plant program, for example, is one similar of Saanich. So there's programs like this that we can expand or get some support to better. Thank you.
This is for invasive species specific. Just wanting to be sure. Yeah. Okay. And I concur with Councillor Logan on that. And I know we have had areas within Colwood that have been identified with large quantities of invasive species, but it has fallen to those areas under development to look after and manage. There is a provincial invasive species organization as well as a local one that handles those sort of larger projects. So I can support the motion based on the fact it is simply to prepare a report on the implications, feasibility, and we could add benefits if you like. Councillor Logan, is that an amendment?
Yep, I'm happy with that, Worship. It's a friendly amendment.
Second to the amendment, adding benefits to Colwood taxpayers. Seconder?
Yeah.
Councillor Trace?
Yeah.
On the amendment, all those in favor? On the main motion, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next letter is from the Capital Regional CRD Traffic Safety Commission. They are looking for, let me get into that one, it won't open. This one is that they're looking for us to join the Capital Regional Traffic Safety Commission, and as I think it's just the District of Metchosin and us who are not at this moment members. I'm not sure what the cost would be additionally to taxpayers in the city. Comments?
Thank you, Worship. After all these years on council, I still don't know what the Traffic Commission does, to be honest with you, other than, I listen to Chris Ford on CFAX quite often, but other than that, I'm just not sure what they do and what benefit again to the taxpayers.
So I'm hearing option 2 might be
from a learning perspective. Sure.
making that motion. Option 2, to invite the Traffic Safety Commission to come on in.
I'll make that motion, Your Worship.
Seconder?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Next letter is from Mayor Helps in regards to identifying a councillor or councillors to participate in the City of Victoria's working group for McPherson and Royal Theatres. While these two facilities are outside of our jurisdiction, McPherson is owned by the City of Victoria. The McPherson is owned by the city. The Royal is a joint CRD one, of which Colwood is not a part of the arts and culture of the CRD. So we had members of that committee come in and talk to us, and we did say that we wanted to stay in the conversation, but this will likely mean financial contributions and participation at some point in the future, again, of which I don't know what the numbers are. Is there anyone that's interested in at least continuing the conversation with them as part of this working group?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I'll make a motion that the council send a letter to the City of Victoria advising that the City of Colwood does not wish to participate in the future of the McPherson Playhouse and Royal Theatre.
And a seconder?
Second.
Discussion? Saying a little bit? Yes? No?
Well, I guess I just feel conflicted about it because I think there could potentially be mutual benefit to I guess, exploring, looking at all the theaters and all art facilities as a region together. And for that reason, I feel that we should continue being a part of the conversation. Unfortunately, I would volunteer myself, but my schedule won't allow it. So I wanted to volunteer Councillor Day if she would be interested.
We could consider, the next meeting isn't until September the 19th. We could consider tabling this until our next meeting, of which we will have our other council members in attendance. That's an option. And tabling's always open.
I'll move to table it then.
Seconder?
Second.
No discussion on that. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. We'll have that discussion September the 11th, and maybe I can even get a bit more information for everybody. New business, or one more item: the Colwood Volunteer Firefighter Association. We did council last year. Every early September, they have a firefighters charity golf tournament. And last year, council sponsored a hole for their event for a total of $125 out of the residuals of our grant funding pool that we have to dispense within the council's discretion. And so this has come up again, and so I'm just asking if there would be a member of council that will either make a motion to support or otherwise for this year.
I move that we support
Second.
the association.
To the tune of $125 as requested.
Yes.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. So that concludes our letters, new business, finance and admin. A report from Director of Administration, which is simply, in a nutshell, folks, we have UBCM coming up in the third week of September. We would normally have a meeting on September the 25th. We have options of canceling it and leaving it open for a special meeting to be either held at a specific date or whether or not we can, if we have a date in mind. We have a couple of options there. Yeah, we can either schedule it to a specific date, or we can just do a special call meeting of the mayor chair if it can't wait. So what's your choice?
Your worship, I'll move the recommendation, that being that the regular meeting of council scheduled for Monday, September 25th be cancelled to accommodate the council's attendance at the UBCM, and that a special meeting of council be called if business arising cannot wait until the next regular meeting of council scheduled for October the 10th.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Bylaws, we have a few before us this evening. Bylaw number 1699 for first, second, and third readings. Noise control bylaw amendment for the Royal Colwood Golf Club.
Move introduction.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Move second.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Move third.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. 7.2, bylaw number 1695, again, first, second, and third readings for Colwood Main Sewer Local Area Service Bylaw Establishment and Loan Authorization number 598.
Move introduction, your worship.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Move second.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Move third.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Item 7.3, bylaw number 1696, first, second, and third readings for Colwood West Sewer Local Area Service and Establishment number 625.
Move introduction.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Move second.
Doubled up.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Move third.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Bylaw number 1697, again, first, second, and third. Another Colwood Main Sewer Local Area Service Bylaw Establishment and Loan Number, this time 598.
Move introduction.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Move second.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Move third.
All those in favor?
Second. Third.
Opposed? Motion
Fourth.
carried. Nope, no four. Item 7.5, bylaw number 1698, first, second, and third. Colwood West Services Establishment by our loan authorization number 625.
Move introduction, your worship.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Move second. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Move third.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. That concludes our meeting in the public for this evening, and I need a motion to move in camera.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. That's it. Thanks, folks.